Welcome back to St Andrews College here. We're in the ninth game of the Kate Russell tournament at half time. It's Banbridge Academy leading the Jez. Colaiste Iognaid 1-0. That goal coming from Nadia Benanal, the Banbridge Academy captain. But as we've mentioned throughout the first half, it's Banbridge needing to win by 6 goals to win this competition. If not, Crescent superior goal difference should see them to the title, even with 1 game left to play. Kilkenny will still have a chance, but they'll need to beat our host St Andrews College by a massive score to have any chance of winning this year's Kate Russell tournament. Ivan, we've mentioned it throughout the commentary, as I've said so far in this game. Banbridge, who are going to be playing left to right in the second half, need the goals, but conditions aren't going to help them in the second half.
No, they're not going to help them. In some ways, they will help them in that Jez are struggling to get the ball out. They're not outletting well because the pitch is that little bit slower, and they don't have the ball players to outlet quickly. So the ball does hold up for them, as you can see probably there now on the stream. That ball is holding up with a little bit of spray off the ball. But you know, we were having a chat at half time. Banbridge just haven't generated the chances. So you can talk about scoring 5 goals, but to score 5 goals, you got to generate 5 chances, and then you got to convert them all. And in that first half, we were reflecting back. They've probably had a corner, and they generated the chance of the Benanal goal, and then we had the one-on-one where. Look, we certainly, the Banbridge coach felt it was a stroke. Up here looking at it, I felt it was a stroke myself. So look, they've generated 3 in a half. If they generate 3 and convert all 3 in this next half, that's still not enough. So they need to generate more chances. Their build-up play needs to be better in order to generate those chances. You can talk about scoring 5 goals, but you've got to do all the work that leads to that point where you actually pull the trigger and get the shot away.
Of course, there's always then the added danger of a Jez counter-attack that haven't looked like scoring as of yet in this game, but with Zara O'Toole up front continuing the way she's able to run the ball, they've always got a chance. And the Jez have struggled for goals. They've only got 1, and that came again in a 6-1 defeat earlier today against Crescent. They have a chance here. It's Downs with the shot. It was Downs that got that goal. Gillian Downs, a snapshot from Downs. Never really endangered Rebecca Spence in the Banbridge Academy, but at least it shows the Jez have not given up their task yet and have every intention of continuing to play this game. And it's Banbridge with Reid, and it's another low percentage pass by Reid. A feature of Banbridge's play yesterday, something they didn't do a lot against Andrews in their earlier victory against their hosts. And it's Caoimhe Cleary that gets us on their way here now to Gillian Downs. Downs wins the free and goes on the run now, but it's good defending on that occasion. It's not, in fact, it's been blown as another free against Sophie Mount. And it's Caoimhe Cleary now fires that across. It's a good block by Ellen Reid, who's standing throughout this game at the top of the D for Banbridge. And away goes Gemma Hassan on the Banbridge side. Great run from Hassan here. She's chased down by Fiona Kelly, but Hassan is heading towards that baseline and towards the Jez D, and it's good play in the end from Maddie Mitchell. Excellent defending from Mitchell, but that's going to be a short corner for the Banbridge side. And we've already seen in this competition their winning goal against Andrews came from a short corner. They've been dangerous throughout short corners throughout this competition, and it's another chance for them to get another goal and head towards their tally of 6.
It is. Like Banbridge have to score here. They simply have to score here. They have to get 2 goals on the board, and then they're going chasing another 4. That's the first time really in the game where we've seen Hassan on the ball. Again, I said it this morning in commentary against Andrews, I'd love to see her, if she could, get the ball inside and drive at the middle. If she starts driving towards the middle of the pitch, it opens up the option of Benanal on the opposite side. But let's see what they do here.
Yeah, in the end it was a shot by Ellen Reid, flick back behind by Benanal. It's taken a deflection off a Jez foot, and it's going to be another short corner, and a well worked one on that occasion by Banbridge.
Yeah, it's a nice corner, that little drop behind it. It gets Reid a little bit closer to the goal. Again though, with that inside out hit, that slap hit, it's a beautiful weapon, but it always travels flat as a pancake on the ground, and the pitch is slowing that up. But let's see what they have here.
Yeah, third short corner on the run here for Banbridge. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with this one. They seem to get caught in two minds, that Nadia Benenal on that occasion, the Banbridge captain. But once more, it's going to be Gemma Hassan to take, and there's a bit of yeah, Ellen Reid has gone short, as Ivan points out next to me in the commentary box. It's Gemma Hassan again to take it. But it's concerted pressure, third corner on the bounce for Banbridge. Gone all the way back. It's going to be flicked inside. It's well blocked by Aoife McGovern. Good defending from. Great pass out the pitch as well to Rian Spillane. But I thought Ellen Reid did pretty well to win that ball back. I think a lot of the Banbridge supporters here on their sideline did too. But either way, it's going to be a free to Jez, as the Crescent fans chant the name of Aoife McLaughlin, who of course is the Jez captain. Crescent fans been very, very supportive of the Jez throughout this game. But that was excellent work from McLaughlin at the back, to be fair, or McGovern I should say.
Yeah, no, it was. This again though is the area where Jez have struggled throughout the game, outletting, but that's smart play, just getting contact with Banbridge need to be, don't get frustrated, try to do the things that will generate the chance, don't go individual. And I just feel that we're down now to 20 minutes to go, so they're going to have to produce a goal every 4 minutes here. So that's a big ask. 4 minutes a goal, that's a big ask now. Short corner here and possibly a card. Yep. And that's Reid gone. That's Reid gone for 2 minutes. That won't help.
No, that certainly won't help. Short corner now in the offing for the Jez. Had a couple in this game. Nothing's come from Ellen Reid, not happy with that decision. Again, Neil Madeley, the Banbridge coach, also not happy with that call. But it's something they're going to have to accept. And a chance for the Jez now to equalise. As a call from the Jez keeper to her right, Anna O'Donoghue, encouraging her team. It's going to be Caoimhe Cleary. You'd imagine McGovern's going to have something to do with it. She has something to do with most of what the Jez do in attack from these short corners. We also have Aoife Quinn on the short side. And it's going to be Caoimhe Cleary to take. It's going to be trapped for McGovern. It looks to be. It's flicked to the side though, and it's just that far away from Fiona Kelly. And a chance for the Jez there, that just lack of accuracy on their part. And it's going to be a free out for Banbridge over on that far side, and it's going to be their number 16, Maisie Corey, to take. Plays it into the centre and all the way out to Hannah Buchanan on this right hand side. It's blocked by Aoife Quinn. That's going to be a free to Banbridge. And Hannah Benenal has taken Ellen Reid's place at the back for the time being while Reid is off the field. It's Benenal. Long raking pass, good control by Sophie Mount on this occasion, but there's 3 Jez defenders encountering Mount on that occasion. It's good work from Gillian Downs as Holly Hannah takes this one quickly. It's hit Holly Hannah's foot, and that's going to be a free for the Jez, and Aoife Quinn needs to take this quickly. She's got a player down her left, and that's Nadia Benenal, and she is going to be gone. It's a green card for her. That's Sophie Mount who's actually going to get a little bit of time in the sim, and that's Banbridge down to 9 and Ivan. That's certainly not going to help their cause.
Yeah, no, it's not. They've got to stay disciplined. If I was Crescent now, I think I'll be ordering ice anyway. Well, I wouldn't be popping anything open quite yet, but I'd certainly be ordering ice because I just don't see any evidence that this is going to happen for Banbridge. It's all too individual. They're running down blind alleys. They haven't passed the ball like they passed the ball this morning. And as we said, we're now 7 minutes into the second half, and they've generated 3 chances in the whole game. So, time, as we said, is against them. And, Jez are in this. It's only 1-0. They've had a corner. They've had a bit of territory. And they want to get a result. And at the moment, there's a result there for them, So they'll keep fighting.
Indeed they will, as Ellen Reid returns to the field, or to the pitch I should say. It's Holly Hannah in possession. Good run from Holly Hannah, but as Ivan points out next to me, it's a bit of a blind alley. She runs down. It was easy defending for Aoife McGovern. But it's Alex Gardner now with this sideline ball, and backwards it goes to Nadia Benenal, now restored to her position on the right hand side. Good flick away by Aoife Quinn. Good defending, but it's going to be free for Banbridge. Molly Kelly Greeley with the foul, and away comes Benenal again. It's Benenal at times all on her own. It's going to be a free out. Benenal protests, but she probably overcarried the ball on that occasion. But it seems to be the one player that is living up to what Banbridge's performance in the last game is Nadia Benenal.
Yeah, but Benenal, like, she's got great skills, but we've seen two instances there. One where the ball's on the sideline, it's transferred back out. The reason it's gone back out is because there's no space to go ahead, and then Benenal just brings it straight back into that area. So if you're going to bring it out, you got to switch it. Second time that she brings it in, wins it free. And again, instead of looking to move the ball, again it's a carry. Again it's a carry into like 5-6 defenders who are all facing up. And then, you know, we've seen two players get sin blind. We've seen Benenal get frustrated there. But, you know, what are you looking for? You're bringing the ball into contact. You know, again, I go back to, how do you generate the chance? How do you generate those chances? And you do it by moving the ball. And we're seeing Banbridge go very, very individual. You know, times against them. They're now 9 minutes gone here in the second half. So, you know, I just don't see it happening. They're showing me absolutely nothing that indicates that they're going to score 5 goals in the remaining minutes here.
And the Crescent fans now starting to chant they're going to win the cup. It's looking like a distinct possibility at this moment in time. They're certainly convinced of it anyway, but it's the Jez now in possession, and it's Aoife McGovern who's been outstanding in this game. She gives that ball away to Sophie Mount, and Mount can cause trouble from this right-hand side. McGovern's there. It's good defending on this occasion, it has to be said by the Jez. McGovern in the first instance slowed Sophie Mount down, legally or illegally, it didn't really matter. The call didn't come from the umpire, and Caoimhe Cleary finished it off by getting in front of Sophie Mount, and the ball trailed out and over the baseline. And it's going to be a free here now though for Banbridge, off the foot of Caoimhe Cleary. And it's Nadia Benenal on the run now, and it's going to be a short corner. Harsh enough call, I think. Ivan, I think you agree with me on that one. Harsh enough call, but it's another chance for Banbridge to get a goal.
Yeah, look, right call, wrong call. Like, I don't think the girl engaged within the 5. Benenal, fair play, took it quickly. You take it quickly, you run at the player. The umpire's making a decision, and again, another short corner. They need to score this. No, it's as simple as that at this stage. This has to go in. This has to go in to give them any chance.
The 3 short corners earlier on in this half. We've watched 12 minutes gone, or nearly 11 minutes gone, I should say, of this second half. They've had 3 short corners already in this half, as I mentioned. None of them have resulted in a goal, and Banbridge really do have to score this if they're to have any hope. It's played, it's trapped, comes to Katie McDonald, it's gone inside to Reid. There's a chance there. It's going to be another short corner for Banbridge. Harsh enough call maybe, but it doesn't matter what we think up here, Ivan.
It's a corner, but again, you know, short corners, it's taken a minute to take a corner, you know. That ticks down the clock. So if you're going to take a minute to do something, well, there better be a result at the end of it. So here again, you know, this needs to go in.
Action off either way, it's Banbridge 2 up.
Yep, it is. They're 2 up. But again, we go back to, look, they need 4 more. We've got 12 minutes, and they need to get the likes of Benenal and Hassan in the right spots. And, you know, I'd even be looking at, you know, getting a forward just kind of up, sitting them in the 25, leaving them up there, changing the shape a little bit, because they need to maybe, you know, have an out ball, just that one ball that they crash down the pitch, which, you know, ends up with a Banbridge player just holding it up, and then they get to bring the runners through. But, you know, 4 goals in the remaining minutes, it's still a huge ask.
Is there any chance that they'll pull the keeper this early?
No, I don't think they'll pull the keeper this early. Certainly, I think with maybe about 7-8 minutes to go. But, you know, it depends whether, like, if you're going to pull the keeper, don't pull the keeper for the sake of pulling the keeper. You've got to have a plan of what you're going to do with that extra player. So, you know, a lot of teams will put that player up as an extra forward. But, you know, we've seen that. What's the point in having a player up forward if you can't actually get them the ball? So, like, have they looked at maybe bringing in a 4th player into midfield and then maybe throwing, you know, one of their existing 3 forwards up a little bit higher? So you can pull the keeper, but sometimes if you don't have a plan of what you want to do, that sometimes confuses players more than aids them.
And thoughts of Ivan Ovington, the senior boys coach here at St Andrews College, our host for this Kate Russell tournament in 2019. Of course, every game has been brought to you live and exclusively on sportinglimerick.com. We've watched just 13 and a half minutes gone of the second half. Banbridge are still in need of goals and they need them quickly. It's Katie MacDonald on the run here. She was their goal scorer in that victory over Andrews earlier, but it's good defending again. Rian Spillane, excellent defending from her on the Jez side. But as we mentioned, live and exclusively on sportinglimerick.com. We're on our 9th game, the 4th of today, or the day 2 in the Kate Russell tournament. As I said, live and exclusively from St Andrews College here. We've one more game after this, and if things stay the same, it's Crescent College Comprehensive that are likely to be champions, unless a miracle from the Kilkenny side against our host St Andrews in the final game of the competition. It's in Crescent's hands at the moment. Banbridge need 4 more goals, and if they get them 4 goals in the 11 or so minutes remaining here, they'll be confirmed Kate Russell champions in 2019. It's looking unlikely at the moment. They currently lead 2-0. They're certainly running out of time. And it's Jez in possession at the moment. It's Aoife McGovern, plays a wonderful pass to Zara O'Toole. And O'Toole is one player that can cause problems here. Unfortunately, she was unable to keep control of it. It's gone over the sideline. It's going to be a sideline ball that's taken quickly. And it's Gemma Hassan on the run here. Hassan plays it up front. Should be easy for Rian Spillane. She flicks it into the middle. It was a bit of a loose pass. Alex Gardner thought she'd won possession, but it's going to be a free. And it's Camille Keane that has won that free. Ivan, we've already mentioned it, Banbridge running out of time here. It's looking good for Crescent right now. It
is looking good for Crescent, but when you look at the two teams, when you look at Banbridge and when you look at Crescent, you say, right, okay, what's the difference between those two teams? And for me, the difference between those two sides is Leah Cleary and Horan, Anna Horan up front for Crescent. I think that when you look at matchups, I think that the Banbridge forwards match up pretty decent against the Jez defenders, and the Jez defenders have been able to deal with their firepower, whereas I think this morning they weren't able to deal with Horan and Cleary. Like Cleary banged in a hat-trick and Horan was instrumental in the 6 goals that were scored in the game. So I think the match-up this morning, there was a mismatch. I think this afternoon they match up quite well, and the Jez, the Banbridge attackers, that Banbridge front line just don't have enough to, really unsettle that Jez defender. They just don't have the quality that Crescent had in that area. But here's another corner.
Yeah, another short corner here for Banbridge. It's set. Reed's going to have a pop. It's a good effort. It's a great flick. It's Katie MacDonald that's got the flick in it. It's another goal for Banbridge here. Great shot from Ellen Reid. She knew exactly what she was doing, but it's MacDonald that got the final touch, and maybe a bit of hope for Banbridge yet.
Yeah, absolutely. They're hanging in there. They're certainly hanging in there. We've got 16 and a half minutes. 16 and a half minutes to go. They need 3 goals. Look, it's doable. It's still doable. But again, it's chances. They need to generate chances, and if Jez get a little bit tired again, Banbridge just needs to be patient here, move the ball. It only takes a second to score a goal. There's plenty of seconds left, but it's minutes that they need.
Yeah, and that's the second short corner in a row that Banbridge have scored from, so Crescent fans have gone decidedly silent over down below us here. Just as I say that, they break into song again. Yeah, but it's a chance here again for Banbridge. That's gone out of play. But it's 2 short corners. The last 2 short corners have resulted in goals for Banbridge. It's been one of their strengths throughout the last 2 days. They've definitely pushed up now again, putting even more pressure on the Jez. Ball's played by McGovern. It's going to fall to the Jez, but Ellen Reid now, as you can see, has definitely moved forward as well. Good run from Reid down this right-hand side. Under pressure from Camille Keane. Good work from Keane, and it's going to be a free, not a short corner. Reid was certainly looking for another short corner, unable to do so, but she has possession again, gives a great effort, and it's a good piece of goalkeeping. It's going to be a short corner. The initial save from Anna O'Donoghue was good, it was sharp, but she deliberately puts the ball over the baseline, and then amazingly another chance for Banbridge with what's left on the clock, Ivan. Yeah, just on 18 minutes. There's certainly time for 3 more goals if Banbridge keep getting these short corners.
Yep, absolutely. Like they just got to keep converting now. We see that, you know, they've shoved Benenal up into that forward line. They've kind of got 4 up into the front line now, and certainly I'll be looking to get Benenal as close to that goal as possible. They're shoving Reid up into the midfield, so look, they just have to go for it now.
It's going to be Hassan again. Trap is there. It's put forward to Reid, trying to get another flick, and it's still a chance here. Katie MacDonald. It's going to be another short corner for Banbridge, and the pressure really now on the Jays. Crescent fans that are here down in front of us, they're still confident. With what, nearly 19 minutes gone, it's 6 minutes. Banbridge have 6 minutes to score 3 goals. If they do so, they're going to be Kate Russell champions. It's going to be Gemma Hassan again. It's taking a bit more time to create this short corner. There was a bit of a huddle, and now it's a chance. Hassan's going to have to do this quickly. She places the ball down, making sure everything's right. And it's going to be Gemma Hassan now to take this. Played in. It's set again by Benelal. Flicks it in front. Strike is there. It's a good save on the line by Donoghue. It's still there. That's hit. That has definitely hit a Banbridge foot. And the Crescent fans cheer. It was good defending. There was a good block in there. And it did hit a Banbridge foot. And the Jez 3-0 down. But the Crescent fans say it's +3 for them. And it's what, just nearly 19.5 minutes gone. That's poor from Maddie Mitchell. She does well to make up for that. Wins a free. It was a poor touch from Mitchell, and she drops back into the D. But it's going to be McGovern to take this free for the Jays, as the Crescent fans have found their voice definitely again down here in front of us. McGovern with the ball downfield. Good control from Durkin to keep it in play, and then it's brought along by Maeve Parsons. Parsons now on the run here for the Jays. Is back to Durkin. In fact, Durkin with the shot. It's a fine save from Rebecca Spence. And away come the Jays, away come Banbridge. It's Gemma Hassan on the ball. She fires it forward. That's going to be blown up for dangerous play, certainly. And with what, 20 minutes, just over 20 minutes gone, it's the last thing Banbridge need is the ball down there into the field.
Yeah, no, you certainly don't want a ball down there. You know, they need to defend this phase here. Okay, it's a 16, so that save is absolutely crucial there. Like, the Banbridge keeper hasn't been in the game at all here, and that would have been curtains if that had gone in. But, you know, I think with under like 4.5 minutes to go, I think, you know, I think Crescent can probably stick the old champagne in the ice at this stage. 3 goals in 4.5 minutes. I don't see it happening, to be honest with you.
No, it doesn't look likely at the moment, and the Jays on the attack here with their number 15. That's Mary Rooney. It's going to be a free for Banbridge though. It's Alex Gardner on the run. In fact, it's not. It's Nadia Benelal. Benelal, no, she's blown back. She wanted to keep going. Ball was moving. Coming up to 21 minutes played now. 4 more minutes for Crescent fans. They feel it's looking likely that it's going to be Crescent's second ever victory in the Kate Russell, as Holly Hanna on the run here. Hanna wins that free, draws that free from Mary Rooney. And it's Hanna now on the attack, looking to head to that baseline, try and win a short corner, but it's flicked away by Urban Rooney. It's Sophie Mount has kicked that, definitely hit off Sophie Mount's foot. In fact, it's been given as a short corner. It's another chance for Banbridge with what on the clock? We've what, just over 21.5 minutes gone. The Crescent fans are counting down every second. We kind of are as well. It's another chance for a short corner, and I'm not sure why Banbridge are going into a huddle. Surely they know it'll be a quick call. They know their calls at this stage. It's going to be Gemma Hassan. We've known that from every short corner they've had. I think it's just a case of Gemma Hassan taking it, someone setting it and getting in front of the Jez runners, and Ellen Reid having a shot. That's what it looks like. Seems to be the best possible outcome for Banbridge, but it's going to be Hassan. Takes her time. They don't really have much time. It's set. It's going to be Benelal. Benelal flicks it back to Reid. Chance for Reid. It's a great strike. It's off the post. Chance is there still. And it's put away by Sophie Mount. It's another goal, but it's going to be a free out. They're going to question this. Nadia Benelal questions it. Not sure what the free out has been given for, Ivan. The initial shot hit the post, Ivan.
Don't look at me.
Ivan Ovington unable to shed some light on that. The happiest people about that decision is not the Jays, it's the Crescent College Comprehensive fans and the team that are watching this game. They're in pole position to win the competition at the moment. Banbridge needed 6 to win it. It's looking now that Crescent, with what, just over 22.5 minutes gone, are in pole position yet again. It's Aoife McGovern to take this for the Jays now as they look to try and get it. It's a good block, well, an attempted play into the D by McGovern, but Ellen Reid was there once more to stop that attack, and away comes Sophie Mount. Just had that goal disallowed. In fact, it's Benelal now on the run. Good run from Benelal. That's excellent effort from Aoife Quinn, especially given the fact that Quinn is usually a forward, and she's done excellently defensively there. It's Maeve Parsons trying to win that ball on the far side. It's Parsons that's got the last touch on it, and away come Banbridge again, but it's a poor pass, and Fiona Kelly is there for the Jez, and here come the Jez again. It's Ava Durkin. Durkin has a runner. It's hit Ellen Reid's foot, and we'll walk just nearly 23.5 minutes gone here. It's looking good for Crescent. A minute and a half of regular time left in this game, and it's the Jez on the attack. Banbridge need 3 more goals. I don't think it's physically possible, even at this stage, for it to happen. It looks to be Crescent's.
No. This is Crescent's. I think there's full-time whistle. So, look, it's technically not Crescent's yet. Kilkenny have to come out now and play Andrews. Kilkenny still have a chance, but on the evidence of what we've seen so far in the tournament, I don't think Kilkenny are capable of racking up the number of goals that they need to rack up against Andrews. So, it looks like it is Crescent's, but I think Banbridge will look back if they, go away and analyse that game. They certainly weren't the same outfit. Like, I think every team in a tournament has one very big game in them, and I think we saw that game from Banbridge this morning against Andrews, where they were absolutely outstanding. And in one day, your 4th match in 2 days, to produce another game of that quality is a big ask, and they just didn't have it. They just didn't have it in them. They'll probably look back at the decision in the first half where they possibly had a stroke. If they'd got to 2 goals up in the if they'd gone to 2 goals up in the first half, well then, that kind of changes the psychology a little bit differently in the second half. But look, they've had the same opportunity as every other side has. They were outstanding this morning. They've won their game this afternoon. But I think they'll reflect back on yesterday's performances, where they certainly weren't anywhere close to the level that they were at this morning, and that's probably where they've probably lost this tournament.
Yeah, it's looking good for Crescent now. With 1 more game to play in the Kate Russell tournament. That's Kilkenny College facing our host here this week, St Andrews. Join us back live on sportinglimerick.com at 4 p.m. for the final game of the Kate Russell, when everything will be fully decided. Join us again at 4.